everybody.
Well, hello.
Well, hello. How is everyone doing today?
Peachy Keen. And how are you?
Fantastic. I am here with my amazing co-hosts, Michael Archer and Keith Cookus. Yes, and I am here to tell them all about my wackadoodle weekend.
Your what?
Yeah.
My wackadoodle weekend volunteering at Scarefest in Lexington, Kentucky.
Kentucky. That state most people can't find on a map.
Yeah. And so, okay, I'll give a little shout out for my name. If Adam ever watches this, Adam Johnson, who was in charge of security for Scarefest and lead security for, I think they called it Stars Row or Celebrities Row. I think it's Celebrities Row. Whenever I saw him, or actually I heard him always before I saw him, and it was always Lindsay Rutledge if he nasty. So that's where my name comes from for tonight's episode.
Are you nasty?
I don't know. We'll have to find out later. Oh, I showered. So I have that going for me.
We were on different.
Yeah, we were thinking different things right there.
Which is weird that it worked out that way.
I know, because
that's not typical.
That's usually
that's very backwards.
Yeah.
That's concerning a little bit.
Which explains how the day is going. So, yeah.
So, how long were you there? It was what, 5 days total?
I flew out there on the 20th and got back on the 26th. I got out a day early and stayed an extra day for rest and everything. But the event itself was from the 22nd to the 24th. And so I worked most of the stuff when I worked was the 21st, picking up various people from the airport and getting VIPs to their hotels. And we had 2 hotels that they were staying at mainly, I think.
Were they still pretty close?
Yeah, they were like a block apart from each other. Oh. And right next to where the center was. So it was a good setup. And then went to the 24th. The 24th, because Sunday was Kids' Day and went till 5. So we had, since that's an earlier or not as late of a day, we had a couple of vans to get people to airports that day. And then the folks that I worked with actually set it up so that I could rest all day on Monday, which was very nice. So that was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you were chauffeuring and partying.
A lot of chauffeuring, and then I tried to get around to people on the convention floor, whether they were folks that I knew already to say hi, or people that I wanted to meet, or if I was doing I did a little shopping with you boys.
Yes, you did.
Which was fun.
Which was kind of hectic. Like, I'll be honest, because I know Mike and I was it on the weekend?
I think it was.
I feel like we were working.
First day was Friday.
Okay, so we were working. Yeah. And getting group texts that were like, hey, what about this? What about this? You guys like that?
Oh, what that's size? True. Yeah, because you guys were doing your regular jobs and stuff. Yeah.
I was like, it's like the price is right, and I have to be fast. Like, before I could look at a picture, another one would come in from another table you were at. And I was just like,
I know. I was like, there's so much stuff here.
I still think I got the win. I'm the one that got the lucky win.
I think so, huh?
I was going to say, I think both of you boys are pretty happy with what I was able to get for you.
I'm talking about merchandise, not memorabilia.
And this is what, since there was so much awesome stuff there, there's I swear they said 200 vendors or something there. All sorts of different stuff, artists, places with different varieties of horror memorabilia, whether it was homemade or actual masks you could buy, or props from sets, or I don't know, all sorts of stuff. Yeah. And we're suckers for the Funko Pop dolls. And I asked the guys if there was any sort of themes in terms of like movies or shows that they wanted to keep my eyes looked out for, different cool things. And of course,
before you show it,
okay,
I think this would be a good time to remind people about my secret life in a video, maybe being brought in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For just a moment, if that's possible. And now I would very much like to see what I got as a victory.
Yes, because Keith told me to keep my eyes peeled for anything rad that had to do with the Flash. And I came across this little guy at a vendor's table, and this guy is definitely badass.
Yeah.
Very unique.
I'm like trying to
look at that.
Yeah, Day of the Dead Flash. That was just like, ah! Yep, oh, there we go. That's good. No glare on him there.
That's every kind of win right there.
Nice.
So cool.
And like we were saying, I've never seen one Day of the Dead, any of them.
Either have I.
Neither have I.
And the only one that shows up is...
I know, is the Flash. Yeah.
My dude.
Coincidence?
It was like, boom, pregnant.
Or
won the lottery.
Maybe I ran it there.
That's true.
Like that.
And I didn't even see you. That is quite possible.
Yeah.
You would do something like that. You cannot be trusted.
I'm pretty fast.
You are. Yeah. You're insanely fast. Yes.
Faster than park car?
Yep.
Fast.
Fast.
I mean,
with a T.
Fast.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I was so stoked to see that. Mm-hmm. I only wish that there was a Zippo that had like the embalming fluid that you showed us on that.
Oh my god! Yeah, this one vendor
that was rad.
Stopped at. He had a bunch of really rad, which I didn't get. I should have taken a picture of the mask because that's what spotted my eyes at first. But he had a whole bunch of kind of like retro, vintage-looking masks that he had. But then I got distracted by some flasks that he had. And this dude, his name was Lee, and he's part, let's see, his social handle is Geek Mountain.
Geek Mountain.
Geek Mountain, yes. And he also has a podcast that he's working on. He said he was going back to school for sociology, so we were talking about all that shit since I studied psych. And he's doing a podcast called the Happy Social Experiment Podcast.
Ooh.
Mm.
His name is Lee of Geek Mountain, and that's where I got
the Flask.
I beware the Flask is haunted.
I love that.
And on the back it says ghostly visions, weird sounds, and strange visitors are in your future if you dare.
But do you dare?
Oh yeah. I used this Saturday night.
I know you told us.
The night of the costume party. It came quite in handy. So, and then he had to tell me about these. Well, they're these adorable little stuffed critters. Also,
these the ones that had the different part of them.
Yes, he had to mention his favorite one, and that's what he. Of course, he had to tell me why. He said his favorite was the Bigfoot. Who's pretty damn cute, and he's extremely soft. But he's like, but the reason he's my favorite is because there's some action going on in the back.
Holy shit!
Bonk, bonk, bonk. Got back. Tap that Bigfoot. I was just like, he has a butt. I have to get him.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Big booty Beatfoot.
That was unexpected.
And I immediately thought of Greg Newkirk because on Twitter he had posted how he had seen an imprint for sale. You know how they do the imprints of Bigfoot's feet?
Yeah.
There was an imprint of a butt. And so when I'm like, Greg would love this.
He probably would.
So I'm practically tempted to like just buy one and send it to him. Cause yeah, thought of him right away.
What was Mike's big win that was bigger than mine?
Mike's big win.
Was this the night he died multiple times?
Yes, well,
the same day.
I got that. Were they all in the same day?
I believe.
Same day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn, that was it. Yeah.
Because then he died on social
right.
media shortly after.
He died about 10 times. Yeah.
Did we get up to 10? I know we were at 9 for sure.
It was 10.
Okay.
10 times. Yeah.
We were looking for that decade.
Yep. Well, another reason why I was so excited about Scarefest was that our good friend Megan Deputy of the Ghost Finders was there, and I have been waiting forever to meet her in person. I was so excited. And so Megan signed a picture for Mike and threw in a picture of the group of the Ghost Finders for he and I, since we're fans and everything. And it was awesome to see her. She had a bunch of cool stuff. I got because we like to support our homies and people that we find are nice people. Absolutely. And so I had noticed Dan wearing this shirt at some point on social media, and I had to get it just because it's like the Jack Daniels kind of thing.
I love that. Love that.
So yeah, I was like, when I saw that on her table, I'm like, I'll be adding that to my cart, and we'll
just put it in the collection.
Add this to the pile of things to get.
You take MasterCard.
I'm like, you take cards, right? And she also had a lot of really rad stuff. She is part of a business called Shadow Path Parlour, which is occult supplies, spellcraft, and ancestral arts. This is the card for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And yeah, the cards are really rad. Sean Michael Marino. He makes some of the...
That's cool.
I believe there's 3 or 4 of them in this company. Card at the Crossroads, handmade Materia Magica. I'm probably saying that wrong. But she was super sweet, and she gave me some grave dirt and told me that it's really good for opening up spirit communication and paying your respects and opening communication in a peaceful and respectful way. So that was really sweet of her. And unfortunately, I didn't get to like really hang with her as much as I was hoping. But I mean, we'll run into each other again. So
yeah,
that is all good. And then the other photo that I got for Mr. Michael was from Erin Ryder of Destination Truth. And I forget the other project I have them written down.
Look at him. He's glowing.
I know. He's
so giggly.
He just, yeah. And I was telling, and yeah, I told her all about you, Michael. And here, okay.
Good things out.
I'll find quick.
Ooh.
He's all verklempt and Twitter-pated over there.
So verklempt.
So verklempt.
Hey, which one of y'all's phones is by the mic?
This one. So Erin is Mike's been a fan of her since Destination Truth started, right?
I think she only got in there on the 2nd or 3rd season.
Yeah, I don't remember her on the first.
It was like, 2 or 3 seasons in, she started with them.
Mm-hmm.
So around 2007, 6 or 7.
Uh-huh.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Been following her career since. So
Yeah, so Destination Truth and Chasing UFOs and Myth Explorers.
Yeah.
And she
She's a
seems
big
like she's
animal
got a lot
lover.
of projects going on, actually. So, and she was really nice. And she was switching hats over here on us. What's
No, I
happening?
just put it back
Cookie?
on because I was cooling off when Mike was
Oh.
all bothered.
Did you
My heat
switch from
was-
your beanie and I didn't even notice?
I hadn't worn it for an hour.
Oh my God.
I got too hot.
That shows just how with it I am. But my beanie actually.
You have a
oh my
tattoo
God,
on
and
your
I'm-
elbow?
Huh? Is
You have
it
a
what?
tattoo on your elbow?
This guy?
How did it? Yeah, I was just doing.
Don't
the
you
beanie
know
thing.
about it?
Yeah.
I believe those were the goodies that I found, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else that I'm forgetting?
I got to see one of my OGs walk in one of the videos.
Oh, are you talking about Miss Kris?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Kris Williams? Yes.
I was like, I know who you is.
That's the first
I
time I
waved.
got to meet her, and she is so sweet. Every time I encountered her, we just had sweet conversations. She was so nice. And my beanie is from her table. She had all sorts of really cute
Is
stuff.
that from hers?
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Yeah. And Kris, when I got back to the Milwaukee airport, my car would not start. Well, I got it started. It's been an issue car. So I had a boost thing for it, but when I jumped it, the alarm would not stop going off. So my dad had to come pick me up, which was an hour away. So I sat in my car in the parking garage, freezing. And since I try to prepare for all kinds of weather, I was like, oh, I have a scarf somewhere in my luggage. And I was able to find that. And I couldn't find my Bigfoot beanie from She Squatchers. I was just like, shit. But then I'm like, oh, I bought that beanie from Kris. And I'm like, oh, I was so happy. I'm like, because I knew where that was in my luggage. So I was able to dig in the back seat and dig it out. And it totally helped save me. So
I love
Kris
that you just said, I had a scarf in my luggage.
well, dude, I mean, I didn't know what the weather would do when I was there.
I don't know how these simple folk travel, but
Oh, yeah, because I'm just like, this year's the first year that I've actually like traveled ever. So, but then she had all sorts of cute. Oh my gosh, yeah, my charging cable is still in here. This guy is like this random like container thing, which people probably won't care about, but it's pretty cool. You just fold out the sides and you can.
what's all over it?
See, that's what sucked me into it, was these magical kitty cats.
Oh, look at that.
I have a couple magical kitty cats.
You do. And so I
One has the
randomly
beads.
had my jewelry and charging cable in various times as I was traveling in there. And then she also had, I got this rad little cat patch from her table.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Oh,
sweet.
oh.
So yeah. And she's very nice. So that was rad. In terms
You
of
also
other,
didn't you meet a pretty legitimate killer just in passing?
pretty legitimate killer just in passing. There were many killers there. So you're
One in
gonna have-
particular at a bathroom.
Like, Friday
Oh,
the 13th
yes.
kind of thing.
Yes, I kind of ran into Jason. It's just like, oh hi. It was an oh hi moment. I did not expect to see Kane Hodder just roll around the corner.
If Kane Hodder asks if someone's in the bathroom, the answer is not if you need in there.
Amelia was in there changing for her photo ops, and I was hanging out waiting for her, and it was a time when I was just knocking on the door to see like how she was doing and stuff, and I turned around and all of a sudden, because the hallway there is maybe 8 feet at the most or whatever, so all of a sudden I turn and Kane Hodder is just right there. And so I just said, oh, hi. I didn't know
So-
what to say. Like, oh,
That
hi.
is-
And he's like,
that is
somebody
a-
there?
That man has killer tattooed on him. What he
Does
asked
he?
for.
Oh, was
Yeah.
that the lip one you were talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't get that much like of a chance to like interact with him or talk with him over the weekend or anything, but anything I had seen of him, nice dude. Very cool guy.
Yeah, that's what I
Nice
hear.
dude. Yeah.
Can't wait to meet him in December.
Yeah, we're gonna see him again. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that just makes me think of Shane because I stopped by Shane Pittman's table because it's the first time I got to meet him. And he said it was his first time at Scarefest. And he's like, of course, for my first year at Scarefest, they put me right behind Kane Hodder, who's got this insane line of fans just waiting. Like they tape up lanes on the floor for
Yeah,
people
like
to
zigzag.
follow.
Yeah.
And it went right past Shane's booth, and he's just sitting there, and these people are waiting in line for Kane. He's like, they have to put me right behind him. Really? My first year.
Damn.
You know, the only way I think Kane Hodder could disappoint me is if I found out his real name was like Gregory McElroy. You know, something like that. Because he's played Jason, he's killing all these people. His name's fucking Kane Hodder. Like that does not sound like a preacher
That
or
sounds
like a
a
car
serious
salesman.
name.
That's
yeah.
a dude that you don't fuck with.
That's a
But if I
badass
find out,
name,
or if
is.
it was like, if his name was like Michelle or something, I'd be like,
Michelle.
done. I'm done with you, Kane
Or
Hodder.
if he had some crazy accent to go along with that.
If he showed up and was
not
like,
like-
is this bathroom in use?
I am vampire.
Yeah.
And I use this bathroom to change into my costume. I have photo
Is this bathroom in
opportunities.
use? No, man, you need to get the fuck out of here. You go to another convention. That's when it would end for me if something like that happened. But yeah,
Oh man.
Damn.
I would have loved to have met him. Just
Yeah. That
because
was
we said he's my height, right?
Yeah.
Because we Googled heights of people we were talking about that were
Oh,
there.
that's
that
right.
we
Yeah,
thought- yeah.
yeah.
So Kane was my height. Berryman, I thought, was taller, and he's shorter than me.
Yeah, he was he's
I
a
thought
tall
he was
dude,
like
but
6'4",
he's not as
6'5".
tall as I thought he was.
He was what, 5'11", 6'1", somewhere in that range.
That I don't remember.
But yeah, that blew me. Like that threw me through a loop that Kane's 6'3", and Berryman's shorter than that. Because those two,
Yeah.
in my mind, are like the biggest dudes in Hollywood as far as like.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
he
it's
he
crazy
looks
how
huge
someone
in
can
his
carry
films and
themselves.
stuff. Yeah. And there's also some, I mean, Hollywood magic going on with that stuff too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Say it
but
that way,
not.
And I didn't get a chance to talk to Michael at all either. But I was there when he checked in at the Hyatt and everything, and he's a very sweet guy. Very
He's
sweet.
got to be 70 by now, isn't he?
I don't know how
I mean,
old he
he's
is.
getting up there.
I mean, it's got like, I was thinking about just how worn out and tired I was, like, especially with Amelia, since she's got some health stuff going on too. And I was just like, I don't know how you could do this. Like, I don't know how often they do it, but I'm like, because there's a convention circuit that some of them kind of
They
go
on
on,
that.
and I can't see doing that like however many weekends in however many months. Like that would just, oh, it would kick my butt.
You just brought up something that you and I talked about earlier.
Uh-huh.
Like I've never been to any kind of convention like that.
Mhm.
I've not been to a con. And you were telling me stuff that was blowing my mind, that people that go for the first time, like,
Oh yeah.
would for real need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mike and I kind of talked about that too. Mike's been to way more conventions than I've ever been to. This is the first year I've been to any. Like for me with Scarefest, I didn't know how all the pictures work with people and everything. And it really depends on the person. And some people charge for selfies. Some people will just take them with you. For some of the VIPs, they had photo ops scheduled where you could get professional photos taken with them.
And that's what blew my mind.
Right. And that's what I was not aware of until, let's see, Mama Kim and I were driving to the con Saturday morning. And that's when I had just, I didn't know till Saturday, but on the back of our badges that we got, these guys, they had the codes on there we could scan.
The QR?
For the schedule of the events and to purchase photo ops with VIPs. And so I was like, so I scanned it, and that's where I found the site to be able to actually get, because I absolutely wanted to get a photo with Ted Ramey, because he was the first pickup I had at the airport, and he was such a nice dude. And the second I saw him, he reminded me of a friend that I had known back when I lived in Milwaukee, just like his style and stuff. He had these high top red cons on, and just, I think khaki or pants with this suit jacket thing. And it's hard when you're going to, because I was the runner. I worked in transportation, and we would have a driver of the car and a runner, and the runner would go into the airport with the happy sign that said Scarefest, and I had a Scarefest shirt on so they could spot me easier. And but it's hard because everybody has a mask on, and then some people are wearing hats too. So I'm like, I knew what time his flight was getting in, I knew what he looked like, but he had a mask on too, and so I thought I saw him coming up on the left, and I didn't want to yell out at him because it was like the first time I'm doing this, and I'm just kind of like, so I just sort of like inched over closer to him with the sign, and eventually he saw me, and he was like, oh, hey. And I don't know if he even really knew someone was picking him up and stuff, but super nice dude. He was just like, I'm hungry. He's like, you girls want lunch? He's like, it's on me. Just super nice dude. That's cool. Quirky and really fun to talk to. Made the 1.5-hour drive just fly by. Very, very nice dude. So I wanted to get a photo with him for sure, and was able to. Actually, I think his solo ones were sold out, and that's how I ended up looking at the duo ones with Bruce Campbell, and Bruce's were all sold out as well, but there were some of the duo for the two of them together, which was actually cheaper if you wanted to get one with both of them. It was like, it saved you $10 or something. So I was able to do that, and that was awesome. That was fun.
Bruce Campbell, a legend.
I know. It was insane. I still can't, I'm still processing that one.
And Keith brought up a good point, and I'm not going to go all into it, but I would just say for those that have never been to a con, whether it's a Comic-Con or a Paracon, you got to treat it as if like it's a vacation, because you're paying for the con attendance. You could be paying for one day, both days, all the days that the event's going on. Then you're paying for hotel. You're paying for travel, whether plane or driving. And then at the con, each celebrity is different. So you might be, some celebrities might charge $10 for an autograph 8x10. Some could charge up to $65, maybe more, depends on what it is. Yeah. And that's just pictures or the 8x10s or whatever that they have. And then if you want to do a photo op
in person,
you really got to save up, plan, and just be prepared, but have a good time. It's just going to cost you money, but it's worth it if you planned it out just right and you finally meet people you've always wanted to meet. Then it's well worth it.
Absolutely, because it's an investment, especially when you're a fan, and it's like, this is sort of like my chance to meet them or whatever. Like, you do have to plan it like a vacation, and you got to check the schedules of things and all of the events that they offer. Because what if the person that you is like your idol, like for all the people who went there to see Kane Hodder, like one of the events that they had over the weekend was it was this throwing axes with serial killers thing, which cool. is amazing. But the tickets were $100 to do that. But it was a group. I don't remember the group. I'd have to check back on the website.
And I will say, like I've been to like the Portland Comic-Con, which, you know, I got to see the whole cast of Buffy, except for Buffy herself, and of course Supergirl. But anyways, the website was great. And it's exactly kind of like what you were saying. Like, you go to the website, like the QR code, you go to the website, you can see all the celebrities. You can see how much it is per, you know, photograph, autograph, selfie, group photo. You can see all the prices, and then you can pay for them, and it sends you an email with a QR code on the email. So then when you're in line and you finally get up to meet that person, they scan your QR code. It's like, oh, yep, you already paid for it. All right, let's move you on down, and you finally meet your celebrity and get your little signatures and photos. And
yeah. And the group that was doing the photos there was awesome. I mean, they printed them right after, and the quality was amazing. It was $5 if you wanted like a protector for the photo, which
nice.
Yeah. Which is nice to have that option, because
you
obviously you're investing in this and you don't want to like accidentally be walking around the con, trip and fall on your face and like rip it in two or something. Like, there goes your whole.
I don't know a ton of people that would do that, but I know one.
I could probably pull that off.
Comic-Con, there was a lot of people falling down over their costumes.
That's true. If for the folks who are doing the cosplay thing, depending on what you're wearing, you could. And there's just a lot of people everywhere. But I mean, just in general, I mean, because there's the crowd, you're walking around, you're looking at all these things. Maybe you drop it and someone steps on it. Who knows? Yeah. And it's like, so yeah. But it was called Throw Axes with Killers, and it had Robert Rufus Mewes, Vernon Lord General Wells, William Sheriff Waddell. Am I saying that right? Waddell. Forsythe. William Forsythe, awesome dude as well. I can share that a little bit later, but he was a very cool guy as well. Lou Axel Temple, also a great dude. Kane Jason Hodder, who we've already mentioned. R.A. Mihailoff, who played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Beginning. The 3? Oh, okay. I know you guys had figured it out when I was in the airport talking to you. And Steve Stash Knapp. So all of those guys. And I saw videos, and it was just one of those axe throwing things that you can do, but you're doing it with serial killers. And that was pretty amazing idea.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
Yeah. Like, if I had the extra money, I would have. That sold out, I think, fairly quickly.
Nice.
But they also had bowling with Scream Queens,
which would have been another fun one
as well.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, they had some really cool ideas for things. The Scream Queen bowling. Let's see. Do they have Felicia Rose? I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly or not.
Tammy Tatum.
Erin Ryder was part of it. JL Pardo?
Pardo.
I'm names, aren't I?
She was also in Destination Truth.
Okay. And Linnea Quigley. Let's see. Where's the name on this one? Oh, I think that's just a general picture. Oh yeah, Amelia. I thought she did that too. Amelia Kincaid, she was part of that as well. I remember her saying it was a lot of fun. So that was awesome. So yeah, you want to check the events and see if any of the folks that you just adore are part of them and to snatch up tickets for it.
Snatch them.
Snatch them up. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
And because you kind of consider it as a vacation, just like you plan ahead for trips. Did you hear something from?
Yeah. Did one of your cats like meow weird?
That's what I thought I heard was a meow.
It was like, meow, meow.
I heard a high pitch something or other. It also has to do with what we're talking about and everything, because some topics will make things happen more than others.
It's happening.
I will say, edit. We're at probably about 40, maybe 50 minutes.
Crap. Yeah. Fucking, I don't even.
You
know.
heard that?
That was a fucking whistle.
That was.
It was like whoo whoo.
Over here.
Somebody wants to be known. I don't know who
It wasn't
is.
here. That wasn't here.
Okay, because I
heard
didn't hear
it.
the whistle.
I heard it too.
Belle's meow sounds like she's done nothing but smoke cigarettes and drink half and half. And then George's are so.
And she's the smallest one.
Yeah, and George's are so
like...
high pitched that you'd think they were Belle's. Like they're high pitched and quiet. They're like. Yeah.
That's like how I sneeze.
And then Belle's are like. Nah.
Oh, and also for tonight, I wore my my Friday the 13th PJ pants. We were joking at Mama Kim's house about how Jason is on my pants. He's all over my pants, and he's also in my pants. I got them from Walmart, and so the print is still like on the inside too. So technically, he's all over and inside my pants. Take that however you will.
Nice.
So you're technically saying that Kane Hodder is in your pants?
Yes.
Maybe
it has been all weekend.
Damn.
Right? I ran across an amazing booth with some purses that I could not resist, and I had to buy one. I bought it Saturday, and I'm like, this baby's coming out with me to the party tonight.
Did it tell you anything?
Not yet, but I mean, we haven't had that much time to get acquainted.
There's too much friction going on. I don't want you to set it on fire. Calm down with that rubby rub, girl.
I ran into many a lady who was just like, ooh, look at your bag. And I'm just like, I know. Stop it.
Is that how you... Okay. Can I borrow it?
Nothing on that.
Can you borrow it?
If you got ladies coming up to you going, because of it, I need it. Just a day.
You gotta be prepared to be talking about purses and shit then. I'm just saying. So maybe you need to start a collection.
We're gonna talk Coach, we're gonna talk Toomey, we're gonna talk Michael Kors, we're gonna go Betsy what's her face? Betsy.
Oh, you're getting fancy now.
What's her name? Betsy Johnson?
Dang.
We don't want to talk about
some
of
a little Dior in there or something.
Someone spent some money on some purses before.
I guess so. I had no idea.
Someone was married for a little while and purses were a thing.
Oh, that's correct.
I actually think I still have one or two Coach purses floating around here after everything's gone out. But yeah, I can say that. But I also have a Toomey wallet and a Coach wallet. So that's my snooty.
Shake your hair, darling. Yeah, you shake.
I also have a bidet.
So there's easily way more things that I could talk about with Scarefest and things that happened over the weekend, but I've been working on editing different little video clips I took and photos I took and all of those things. So I'll share them on socials, and we will try to get the social handles up on the screen for anyone that we mention, and possibly in the info below for the video. One thing I also really want to mention to folks when they think about going to conventions and everything, something that I have, I mean, it's something, I guess it's something I've been aware of for a while already, but it's the more I get to know some of these people who go to conventions and do these things, a lot of people like to just assume that because someone's been on a show or two or in a few movies or something that they're just loaded, and that the prices that they charge for whatever at these things are insane. And these people, like a lot of the movies, the money from those things really isn't that much, and it doesn't stick with you for very long. So this is how a lot of people can make their living and stuff. And I know there were people throwing stinks about because Bruce Campbell doesn't allow any photos taken of him, which you can understand for a number of reasons. I mean, if he's just at his table and maybe a friend comes up to him and he's just ranting to a friend about something that happened whenever or whatever, and someone just snaps a shot and they're like, and they go online and say, here's Bruce Campbell yelling at this poor man at a convention or something, and all of a sudden there's this internet uproar of whatever when he was just talking to a friend doing whatever. Yeah. His table was right next to Ted's, and when I was waiting for Ted to sign the picture we got taken, there are security people by a lot of these, but the two gals that were by me were each dealing with things, and I turned around and noticed the guy he's trying to get his phone up to get a picture of Bruce, and so I just kind of floated around in front of him. I was just like, you can't do that, and people think you're being a jerk about it, or the celebs being a jerk about it. But it's like something could happen that way. Maybe someone could make up a little story and post it, or like, yeah, you know, and it's just like people assume just because they've been in a movie or on TV that they're loaded, and that's just not how it is. So,
prime example, you don't see your Brad Pitts and your Jennifer Lawrence and
right,
you know, those people at the cons.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're getting paid $10 million a picture and they're doing 3 every 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this isn't like the cast of Friends where they get $1 million an episode. Yeah. You know, like, and that was insane for back in the day. Like, yeah, that's just not the reality. And so if you really want to show your love and support for these people that you like their work, then you pay them the money, you know, like, and it's not a disrespect. It's not like they're trying to rip you off or anything. It's just, that's their work and their living, just like we all have our work and our livings and whatever. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And just respect everybody and have a blast while you're doing it. So thank you everybody for watching this episode. And if you have any questions in regards to Scarefest or conventions in general, leave them in the comments or get a hold of us on social media or whatever. Mike and I can at least try to help you out with things, and Keith can leave colorful commentary.
I can let them know that there's a message from someone that wants to talk to them.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So, doing my part every day.
Yeah. We all do our little parts.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you say that I have little parts?